Ladies and gentlemen, slimes and dimes, my hip hop crimies and crimettes, and my renegades, welcome back to the couch. It's your man Bito here with another Kendrick Lamar GNX album reaction. So if you know, you know. If you don't, hit the button below for your boy, and most importantly, like the video. We are here reacting and diving into the last part of this album. This song, Gloria. First listen, and if you haven't seen my full album reaction, go check that out too. It's a good and a fun time. But my first listen, I liked it for the placement of where it was on the album. But to say that I knew what he was talking about completely or understood where he was getting at in the song, I could not tell you that because, one, I was too damn hyped up off of everything that happened before that, because this is a definite, like, hype-ass album. I was amped up throughout of it. So it's like I was just vibing for the most part and still wanting to catch what I want to catch. But here, we are listening. We were actively looking at the lyrics. We were trying to catch things that I may have not caught, which I know I didn't catch in the beginning. And we just going to move on from there. But I will say that this was the only song that I didn't star or favorite off of my initial reaction and first straight through listen. Not because I didn't like it. Not because it was a whack song. It was mainly because two things. And I'm willing to admit that. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to lie. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about until I listened to it a couple of times more. But I knew I liked it, but I was like, I need to understand what he's talking about, because I'm like, who's Gloria? You know what I'm saying? Gloria also, like, you know, once I found out that this song was about the rap game, I appreciated the song a lot more because, once again, artists do certain things that other artists don't do. And I think it goes back into what he said, like, how can I separate myself from the averages? And I forget what song that might have been, the Heart 6. But either way, this song here, I regrade it. I love this song. It's a 12 for 12 at this point too. So we're at the end of the album. The album is a 12 for 12 for sure. It's still a 9.5 for me for certain. Come on, dog. It's still a 9.5 for me for certain. And I do appreciate the song a lot more. Only people that I can go off the top of my head that have made songs referring to the rap game or their pen or their microphone as like a woman, which that's who Gloria clearly is, the rap game to him, I think, has been Eminem with 25 to Life, and Common, I Used to Love Her, which initially started the West Side Connection beef with Ice Cube and them, which was pretty funny how that ended up working out. But yeah, we're hopping right into Gloria. We're just gonna listen to it, vibe out, man. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I want to see if I'm like catching certain things, if I might have missed a lot. So here we go. Sentado. And like once again, I believe I don't think he started with the Spanish guitars and all that sound on in the beginning of this. I can't remember off the top, but I just do love that it's been, once again, covers all of the West Coast culture, dog. Like this album's great. I will say that this album's great because he's covered all bases in his album as far as the culture, the nostalgia, the beats, the samples, the concepts, the storytelling. Like, this is a perfect, I won't say it's a perfect album, but I'm going to say it's a perfect album. That's the wrong word I want to use, but we're going to stick with perfect album. But it's very well put together. I have to say that. It's a very well put together album from Kendrick, and I don't think he's ever missed from what I've seen. But this one right here, I can replay this and listen to this often, the entire album.
Me and my bitch got a complicated relationship. She's so controlling, I notice it ain't no playing with her. I met her when I was off the porch as a teenager. She said one day I would right my wrongs and see paper. We started out young, looking for some identity. Made 1,000 mistakes, but never did we like chemistry.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's already letting you know, like, he's talking about the rap game. When you first listen, you're like, yo, what's he getting at? Because he's like, me and my bitch got a complicated relationship. She's so controlling, I notice ain't no playing with her. And it's like, I think he can mean that it's complicated because the game controls you. Like, the rap game and the rap world controls you. I notice ain't no playing with her. I met her when I was off the porch as a teenager. She said one day I would write my wrongs and see paper. Now, I don't know. Let me play that verse back. But if he's playing off of that, he would write his wrongs on a piece of paper and see paper, which I'm not grasping that, but in my mind, I would say that he would write his wrongs, which means he would write his rhymes on the paper and see. And I think he said see it later, but let's just play it back real quick. We started out young, looking for some identity, made 1,000 mistakes. Okay, we have.
He said one day I would write my wrongs in seed paper. We started out young, looking for some identity, made 1,000 mistakes, but never did we like chemistry. Wrapping my hand around your waist, that was back when you did whatever I say. Dreams of selling narcotics, running block or robbing banks. I was in love with you, didn't know what it was with you. Kiss you in back of the class just to get a buzz with you.
Alright, so, but we never did. We lack chemistry. Wrapping my hand around your waist. Now, when I first listened to this, I'm thinking like he's talking about a girl, but I'm like, his wife and his girl has been Whitney, so I'm like, who the fuck is Gloria? But it's literally the pen. So the pen rapping, like he's wrapping his hands around her waist, but he's just writing with his pen. Is how I'm taking it right now. I could be completely wrong off this, but wrapping my hand around your waist. That was back when you did whatever I say, which means like, you know, he was able to just kind of like write whatever rhymes that he wanted to, and he didn't have to control it as he has to do, I feel like now, or has to restrict himself, whatever the case may be. That's just kind of how my perception and my interpretation is on it. I was in love with you, didn't know what it was with you, kiss you in back of the class just to get a buzz with you. Maybe because he was so distracted. I don't know that one, but it sounds like he was just in the back of the class writing rhymes. But
niggas wanted you, but they weren't committed. Preoccupied playing John Madden and bullshitting. Remember when Granny died?
Alright, my fault to pause again. Some niggas wanted you, but they weren't committed. So some dudes wanted you and wanted to be a part of the game. This goes back to some dudes wanted that, but they were preoccupied bullshitting, playing Madden, which, you know, on your free time you're just gonna do a lot of stuff. Now when Granny died, okay, he must be saying when his granny died, you looked me in my eye. Sorry, remember when Granny died, you looked at me and said, baby, don't cry. Depend on me as your relief. Let your anger be mine. So once again, it goes back to the pen. Like, you can write your pain on
baby, dry your eyes. Depend on me as your relief. Let your anger be mine. We was locked in.
Yeah, depend on me. Like, and it's also the way he said it. It sounds like depend on me as your relief. Depend, like, obviously lean on me as your relief, but like the pen on me and let all that stuff bleed on a piece of paper, because he said depend on me a little bit weird, which makes it sound like he said the pen, but
you never seen Granny die. You looked at me and said, baby, dry your eyes. Depend on me as your relief. Let your anger be mine. We was locked in ever since then. So territorial, he even took me away from my friends.
Yeah, so territorial, even took me away from my pen, because like, you need to give me all your attention. And ever since he started writing on that with his pen, he was locked in and he couldn't remove his focus from it. So along the way, he must have lost some friends, lost some people that he cared about, because he's focused on what he's more passionate about. Once again, like the video, subscribe. That's my interpretation on this. I could be wrong, but as a listener, I think I'm not too far off. Another SZA too. SZA and Kendrick is a good combo.
Whenever you want me, you got me to the end of time. Just gotta let you know. Said you go see other people if I didn't grow with you. When no more holding them pistols in front of stores with you. You want reality, not tragedy, for sure I get you. To tell the truth, I've been getting used to what open-minded people do. In 2014, I went to Africa, baby. You was my passenger, my eyes and ears for all it is. The neighborhood that baffled us. Of course, I had to wrap it up. I didn't fully trust you. Fabrication had discussion, then you blocked me. I said, fuck you. Nigga, what?
Damn, that's a deep ass bar in there, dude. Dog. Like, said you gonna see other people if I don't grow with you, which means like we'll make the next man. Like in the rap game, rap concept thing of things, it's like we'll make somebody else famous and we'll make somebody else big and we'll grow with somebody else and put somebody else on the map. Wasn't no more holding them pistols in front of the stores with you. I'm assuming maybe he meant like, you know, with his pen he was holding a gat while he was out in the corner, but I don't think he really was on that. I don't know, like that line, I'm not going to try to break that down because I just don't know his background too much in regards to that. You want reality, not tragedy, for sure. I get you. I mean, I know he writes a lot of pain on his pen sometimes too, where he talks about a lot of stuff that he goes through. So it's like, you want reality and not tragedy is how I take that line. To tell the truth, I've been pretty used to what open-minded people do. In 2014, I went to Africa. Baby, you was my passenger. My eyes and ears. For all those years, the neighborhood had baffled us. Of course, I had to wrap it up. I didn't fully trust you. Fabrication, I discussed you. Then you blocked me. I said, fuck you. Must have been a time in Africa. And I don't, because he got put on like 2011, 2012, right? Like, that's when he kind of first burst on the scene. So, he went to Africa and he was still writing on his way to Africa. My eyes and ears for all the years the neighborhood had baffled us. So, I'm assuming he must have went to Africa and seen something different, because everything that he was seeing prior to that baffled him. Maybe I feel like I'm messing that all up, but I think that's where he's going at. Of course, I had to wrap it up. I didn't fully trust you. Fabrication, I discussed you. Then you blocked me, and I said, fuck you. I don't think I get that part at the end. Because is it more like he's lying in his rhymes, and then when he lied, he got blocked off from the game or something? Like, I don't know about that part. Explain that line to me in the comments if you made it this far.
I gave you life. I breathe the motherfucking charisma in this bitch. I bring the blessings. I gave you power. Nigga, I bring the rainfall. I gave you hustle.
Then fall right back in love the very moment that I touch you.
Still depends. Alright, so this is even more intricate and a little bit deep than I fucking thought then too. Because even the chorus is like the pen's talking back to him, or the rap game's talking back to him, I think. Like, this whole like, excuse me, I'm burping, but excuse me, this nigga, what? I gave you life. I bring the motherfucking charisma in this bitch. I bring blessings. I gave you power. Nigga, I bring the rainfall. I gave you hustle. And then fall back. Okay, that's when he says that. Because once again, every time he tries to walk away or he tries to act like he don't need it.
Nothing else is gonna pass.
My fault, y'all. But yeah, I'm assuming every time he acts like he don't need it, it reminds him how much he does, and then that's why he's like, yeah, you're right, I'll fall right back in love with you. Which is, once again, this is a dope ass song, and this is why I'm mad that I didn't appreciate it the first time as much. But once again, better late than never, and like, I had to keep listening. I made sure I listened to this one to be like, yo, I'm missing something in the song, because I'm like, this is a great song, but I'm just not understanding it. And once again, when you're talking about a girl and a rap game and you're plugging it in both at the same time, it was like the last verse or somewhere in this hook where I'm like, oh, he's talking about the game, and that's why I instantly loved it. Yeah, this hook is crazy too, or that little interlude.
The very moment that I touch you.
Scared forever, you know nothing else is gonna pass. I just gotta let you know. Whenever you want me, you got me to the end of time. Ooh, just gotta let you know.
You are spontaneous, firecracker, plus our love is dangerous. Life of passion, laughing at you lose your temper, slightly crashing, dumbing off the ill reaction. Ain't no disrespect, highly sensitive, possessed, so protect you even when it's tragic. So jealous, hate it when I hit the club to get some bitches. Wrote them off, rather see me hit the church and get religious. Who you fooling? I know what you doing, you my contradiction. Remember when you caught that body and still wiggle through that sins? Loved you more.
This is a crazy verse in itself too, a little bit. You're a spontaneous firecracker, plus our love is dangerous. Life of passion, laughing at you, lose your temper, slightly crashing, dumb enough to ill reaction, ain't no disrespect, high sensitive, possessed, saw potential even when it was tragic. So he's bringing up a lot of tragic in this song too. So I feel like that's just like a lot of his like content and subject is just about, you know, social tragedies, economic tragedies, social tragedies, like all that. So jealous, hate it when I hit the club to get some bitches. So that line for me stands out a little bit because it's like, once again, I'm referring to him thinking about the rap game. So instead of sticking to like his actual art form, and I'll put air quotes on that because like he just gave us slaps and stuff that gets the bitches in the club and stuff like that, quote unquote. I don't want to call women bitches or whatever, but that's just going off of this. I'm assuming that it's like the pen hates when he wants to go to the club and write club bangers or songs for the clubs and all of that. So when he goes, wrote them off, rather see me hit the church and get religious. It's like get conscious. You know, people calling them museum beats or museum raps or whatever. So that's just kind of how I'm thinking about that. Who you fooling? I know what you're doing. You my contradiction. Remember when you caught that body and still wiggled through that sentence? Now for me though, I don't like that right there. Also feels like remember when you caught that body as like who you beat in a battle or whatever, and you still wiggle through that sentence. Like once again playing off of like a murder rap, you know what I'm saying, and then wiggling through a sentence like, you know, being sentenced to, you know, life or whatever the case may be. And once again, that's also a tie into like he's committed to this pen or this rap game, whatever you want to call it, for life. So I see that playing a little bit. Could be wrong once again too, but don't forget to like the video, subscribe, play it back a little bit.
The club to get some bitches, wrote them off. Rather see me hit the church and get religious. Who you fooling? I know what you doing. You my contradiction. Remember when you caught that body and still wiggle through that sins? Loved you more. When you flip and lose your shit, I hugged you more. It's sexy to me. Cuss they ass out and hold that grudge some more. Down, bitch. I know your favorite movie. Is it Notebook? So good. If they all sub me, get them all booked. My baby boo. You either heal niggas or you kill niggas. Both is
Damn, this shit is crazy how he's talking about how the pen and like lyricism and writing is crazy, because this is at this point it's just him having a conversation with himself as a lyricist and then himself on the game or whatever. Like this is two different conversations right now. Because even when he said when you caught that body, he loved you more, which means like a fan like me, I'm like, I love you when you're flipping and lose your shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you doing that conscious whatever stuff, like I'm kind of whatever to you, you know what I'm saying? So like he's talking to people like me on that verse right there a little bit, in my opinion. It's sexy to me because they ass out and hold that grudge some more. Down bitch, I know your favorite movie is a Notebook. So good. If they all sub me, get them all booked, which means like if you want to keep getting subbed, I'm gonna just book them all up and get them. In my opinion, that's how it sounds. I don't think I got to that part. Oh yeah, my baby boo, you either heal niggas or kill niggas. Which once again, his rhymes he has real healing and conscious raps, which impact a lot of people in their lives and stuff like that. Or you can do what he's doing now, which is just kill motherfuckers on the microphone, bust their ass, lyrical homicide, whatever you want to call it.
true. It takes some tough skin just to deal with you. Logical explanation don't exist. Flipping pages, chapter after chapter. Probably remarry and head to Vegas. Bitches getting marked out, they can't erase our history. They margins ain't big enough, they all led by bigotry. My woman in my right hand, my saint and my sin. Ain't no bitch like my bitch, cause that bitch been my pen.
Yo, this is crazy, dog. And like, once again, you know, he's saying after the sub me bar, he's like, my baby boo, you either heal niggas or kill niggas. Both is true, which is true. You're either gonna hail dudes or you're gonna kill dudes lyrically. Both is true. It takes some tough skin just to deal with you. Logical explanation don't exist. Flipping pages, chapter after chapter. Probably remarry. So I don't know if anybody said this or not like that, but like, I think the probably remarry and head to Vegas sounds like what a lot of artists, when they're quote unquote past their time or whatever the case may be, it's like they remarry the game and start doing these shows out in Vegas. That's how I take that line. Like, it's remarrying the game. And what do you do when you do the little funny cheap marriages? You go out to Vegas and you get married. So damn, this dude's fucking genius, dog. He's genius for that. Like, I don't know if people caught that or whatever, or if people are tying that in, but probably remarry and head to Vegas is a dope bar right there, dog. Especially if you know what a lot of artists do when they have, what do they call it, the residency stay in Vegas. Like, that's them doing their shows and, you know, reloving the game, paying off a debt, whatever the circumstances for that is. But I caught that immediately. Okay. Great song.
Race our history, they margins ain't big enough. They all led by bigotry. My woman in my right hand, my saint and my sin. Ain't no bitch like my bitch, cause that bitch been my pen.
Gloria, I wanna take you to euphoria. Them just run, but they ain't strong enough. I heard it talking, we notorious. This song talking on me. I see you see me, both see what we want. I see you see me, both see what we want.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah. I must have been so high off that energy, dog. And and I was on my Gangsta Cali shit. This song is great. Shit. I mean, shit, if you ask me, man, I'm gonna say that this is better than I used to love it and 25 to Life, and I'm an M guy, dog. Like, this is how it goes to show. I will show my true, honest opinion when it comes to that. Like, I'll say something's better if it really is. And as good as 25 to Life is, I like this way better than 25 to Life. Like, when it comes to like songs that are about hip hop and how it's like how they're married to the game, yeah, this is fucking dope, man. Like, this song is off the scale. I don't even think this is a 10. This shit might be like a 11 or 12 because of the concept and the context of this song and like how he perfectly like explained how the rap game like is like his bitch, his girl, or whatever, and like what he's gone through with being in this rap game, dog. This song's great. 9.5 on the album still. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are wrapping up the GNX deep dive. It was a fun ride. I'm still going to listen to the album after this, but I just wanted to just, go back and reflect on some of these tracks here together on the couch. You feel me? And I don't regret it. It was a good time, man. I like hearing it on some, like, let me just actually, like, catch lyric for lyric. I wish I kind of did a little bit of a better job in the first ones because I'm still new to this whole shit, man, and figuring things out, man. We just load up the laptop, bro, and we just hit record. So, like, for example, like, this was easier to break down because I could just use the laptop and pull up the fucking lyrics. Now, I knew a lot of references, but certain things I definitely hit on these lyrics. I definitely did. But a lot of this, I was like, like the biggest one, I didn't hit on that. It was highlighted, but I didn't hit on that. I just knew that based off just how the music industry goes. So, credit me there a little bit. You feel me? But, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will be back with more reactions, period. This was a fun ride. I think there's going to still be a lot to talk about as the weeks go on and as we lead up to the Super Bowl. Kendrick put his foot in this one. He definitely put his foot on this one, man. There's no reason to act like this was not a great album because even as a guy who's not so much of a Kenny fan himself, like I've grown on to being a Kendrick fan since the beef started because as a hip-hop guy myself, like I listen to your music and I pay attention to what you do, but I'm a big like, let me see what you do in a battle. And then that changes my whole thing about you. And Kendrick did a great job of that for me as a hip-hop head. I don't know if everybody else has those same rules and they apply those rules, but I do. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.